Live, ladies and gentle ladies.
Nice.
Ladies and gentlemen.
I don't see it live here.
Maybe we're not live. Are we live, Chris? I don't know if we're live. It said we're live. Are you logged into you do you know?
Oh,
Oh,
yeah.
we're live. Oh my god.
That's so
This is a first for us, as you can tell. Can you hear us? Yeah, do we sound good? Do we sound professional? All right.
Yeah,
What's up, guys? It's Will. That's your cue. It's Will
and it's Chris.
from the High Five and Knuckles Up. Yeah, so we actually filmed this before, and I didn't remember to edit it. So we're going to do it again, and we're going to just
That's
talk a little
awesome.
bit about what's going on with the High Five, what's going on with Knuckles Up, and of course, the title of this video, East vs. West 12 predictions. The big match that everybody's been talking about. Devon versus Levan.
Yes. The match of the century.
The match that maybe shouldn't be happening. Sorry, I'm trying to be a little controversial.
Okay.
No, but Devon and Levan, obviously a ton of amazing matches. It's going to be absolutely crazy. If you guys just saw, I was live on our Instagram too. We talked about a few things, some cool updates about Knuckles Up 3 happening May 11th, but that's not what today is about. We're talking East versus West. We're talking East versus West 12 predictions. It's going to be totally nuts and crazy. But just a quick update about the High Five, even though I just said we're not going to talk about the High Five. This guy right here, just 2 weeks ago, 176 right hand winner blast champion, Dustin,
Oh, God.
Mr. Hyatt. If you're watching,
Completely unnecessary.
this guy is coming for your lunch. No, I'm just kidding.
We'll work up the ladder.
We'll work up the ladder a little bit. But super proud of him. Absolutely
Thank you.
awesome.
I appreciate it.
Totally crushed it. Winter blast. And yeah, the whole team did absolutely incredible. So
Yes, super proud of the team.
proud to all of you guys. And yeah, just it's so cool to see what the community and you guys are doing, supporting us in this whole thing. And we have some big announcements, big sponsorship announcements coming up. Just big things in general. We're just always trying to push it, make it better for each and every one of you guys at home. But to the T, to the talk of the town. No, not the eclipse that just happened. Oh shit, we're still here. East versus West 12. Whew. That's what I look like? Jesus Christ. Okay. Look a little bit better on camera. Okay. Oh, this is kind of cool. I can see.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There is a little delay, but it's
A little bit of a delay. All right, East versus West 12. So, obviously, of course, Anga put together another incredible card.
Yep.
Ton of matches. We're probably going to pick our favorite ones and kind of go over them. Because it hits home, and we know the man himself. We're going to start off with Kamil Jablonski, left arm super match, Tobias Sprong. Sprong?
Yeah.
Sprong?
Yeah.
I guess it depends who says it. Yeah. I mean, I remember when the first time I watched Tobias is when he pulled Marcio, but that was right-handed at East vs. West.
Yes, yeah.
a few
That's when
years
he
ago.
did back-to-back matches, right?
Yeah. And that was totally incredible. Like, he's young, too, right? He's like in his
Very young.
early 20s, I think.
I'd say that's about it, yeah.
Yeah, he's super, super young. So, but after I've never met Tobias. I know he's tall. I know he's got a big frame. But look, what Camille just did to Devon.
Yeah. Devil's advocate, I mean, what Tobias did
Just
to
did-
Wagner
yeah, right?
is, like, wild. And super nice kid. We have talking to him as well as his manager, Andres, and great crew, and they're super serious about training and everything. So, yeah, I know they're going to be coming prepared, but Camille's is so strong, so fast.
And I think what's so dangerous about his press is he's not like, it's not a Jerry type press where he just immediately gives away his wrist. He will fight to keep the hand, and only at the end he will give up just to get the pin. So it's really different, because if you think about it, like in terms of like I don't know, fulcrum's a word, or just points of pressure. Instead of it being here, it's up here at his top knuckle, which is pretty wild. So, but if I were to be a betting man, I would say this is best of 6 or best of 5.
Should be best of 5.
Right? Should be best of
Yeah.
5. Only for their like
Title
title
matches
matches.
are best of 7.
Best of 7.
Yeah.
So best of 5. I'm going to confidently say I think it's going to be a 3-0 sweep from Camille. But if a pin happens on Tobias, I think it's going to be a pin, or something incredible happens. I think it'll be first round.
Yeah, I agree, and I think too they're gonna feel each other out, right? So like, I think for sure Camille, his speed, he's gonna get that first match, and then from there, Tobias is gonna try to see where he can make his adjustments,
Yeah.
and that's really gonna be the test if he can adapt.
Yeah.
You know, because I think he's very versatile. Not saying Camille isn't, but he's just doesn't need to because he goes to his.
Let's not forget, and I don't think this is a secret, so hopefully Camille doesn't get mad at me saying this, but he is training to have a wicked top roll too.
for his right hand.
For his right, well, not but that's right. That was mainly for his right, because he wants to be even more versatile on his right. But
Exactly.
he's not like, that's the thing, is he's now known as like the press guy. He's good everywhere.
Yeah.
It's not like he has a horrible top roll or a horrible hook. He just is really, really good at the press. So yeah, but I would say 3-0 Camille. Sorry, Tobias. I lied.
So we actually do have some people in the chat. We have Sam
shit.
here, asked some good questions. So yeah, in terms of Knuckles Up merch, we don't have a specific store built out yet, but we're working on it. Right now, just dropped in the chat. We also do have our High Five merch out there. So if you guys want to kind of look at what we have there, there's some really cool things that we just put out. So if you want to get the actual merch, unfortunately, as of right now, they're at the event.
You got to come, May 11th, Fort Lee, New Jersey. I don't care if
Yeah.
you're from Poland or freaking Russia or anywhere. Well, that'd be kind of tough for Russia. Just get to the United States. Come to the southern border. It'll be all right.
But and we got Benji Mac in there too. Hey, what's up? Yeah, no, I agree. I think so. You see, so Sam thinks Camille's gonna win. Benji Mac, he's thinking Tobias is too high of a hand and hits too hard on a Camille. So that's where I think Tobias has the opportunity to adapt, right? I think he has really long levers, just like Camille. So if he can kind of meet that pressure, that's where it's.
I
Like,
don't think
alright,
he can exceed it, though, because Camille's levers are very long.
Yeah, that's true.
So, I
That's
mean,
true.
look, we haven't seen both their hands on the table, but I would be shocked if Tobias's arm is even longer than Camille's.
That's a good point.
Because,
Yeah.
like, he matched up pretty closely to Devon, and Devon's got a mega long lever.
Yeah, and I think we'll see a better test of the press because I think Wagner, obviously being smaller,
Yeah.
his press is a lot different than Camille's.
Oh, Wagner.
Yeah.
If you're watching, which I really hope you are, because I'm a huge fan, heal up, dude. We want you back
yeah.
on the table.
Did you see? He pulled. He was.
He pulled like
deadlifting.
700 something.
Yeah, at the
He's
Arnold
at the
Classic
Arnold.
in
I know,
Brazil.
he's a fucking wild
What
man.
an animal!
Absolutely awesome. But let's move on to the next match. So, ton of killer matches here. Do a little
Yep.
movie magic here.
Yep.
We have it up on a TV. We're high tech like that. Oh, Joe Sandell, check out our
You really don't want to check this
our
out.
production level here.
Pretty terrible.
So this is kind of the, like, what we would call, and this is not a knock whatsoever, but like the YouTube social media match, because Schoolboy is obviously massive all over YouTube, but he's an incredible arm wrestler, and Leonidas. Ooh. I'll let you kick this one off.
So personally, I've pulled with Alex when he was. I mean, he was still young now, but I think he was in like his maybe like 18.
Late teens?
Yeah, late teens when he was still living in like the New Jersey, New York area. And I mean, he felt like a beast then, and I'm obviously not a good test of that. But I think since then, like if you just frame of reference, his table IQ is like through the roof in comparison, right? I just think he has the edge in that sense, and even seeing some of Leonidas's like interviews, so even when he was talking with, I think, Engen, right, just a few days ago, I believe that was. He himself admits that he still needs a lot to learn. You know, I think his max power output is there. I think it's just that mind to muscle connection and knowing where to put the power is where.
That's pretty incredible to think about, because he's been pulling for a long time, and in terms of the two of them, who has more super match experience? It's definitely Schoolboy, like no question. Just arm wrestling experience in general. So the fact that he's saying that he's like, I don't want to say worried about that, but it's in the the front of his mind is pretty interesting. I think it's also because like Leonidas is like the dude's a specimen.
Yeah.
Like the description says, he knows how to make some damn good pancakes.
Yeah, those German pancakes.
The
Great.
German pancakes are I almost said girlfriend, my fiance.
Oh, she would not like that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
she's in Germany.
Yeah,
Maybe she gets-
actually, what
she's actually in Germany. Yeah, Leonidas. If you see this, stop by the animal booth. Steph's there. Maybe she'll have to get some good pancakes. No, yeah. So, all right. So, opposing styles, obviously. What do you think?
Yeah, so actually, Andreas makes a good point here. He's saying Leonidas has a strong, sticky point, and I'm not sure if Alex has a good enough endurance if the match stops. So that's a very good point. And I think evidence really proves when you see like him pulling like Larry and stuff like that in the past. And then also you see where Schoolboy had issues with like a Khaled when they pulled, right? And that type of like King's move that comes out, right? So I think the difference here is kind of exactly what I just alluded to. Alex has seen it before. So I think the fact that he's gotten that experience and he knows where he needs to go if someone goes into that King's move, I think that's where he kind of has the advantage. Where Leonidas, once he goes into the King's move, he's just kind of desperation move.
Yeah.
He doesn't really know where to go
He doesn't
from
know
there.
what to do out of it.
Yeah.
See, I'm kind of thinking, and I wasn't thinking going into this. I'm thinking it's going to be the opposite.
Interesting.
So, I think we're going to have one of those. Depending on how seriously Leonidas is taking this, we might have another Levan Devon first round thing where, like Leonidas might just be so much stronger. And let me rephrase: if he gets to the strap. If Leonidas gets the slip and gets into a strap and gets connected, I mean, I think just the sheer mass, size, and strength of that this guy has can really just suck him down and just kind of get him into the like high hookish, just deeper hook position, which I think Schoolboy will have a lot more trouble with. So, but in terms of rounds, like if it's best of 5, I think it's going to be close. I think it's going to be a back and forth match, and whoever establishes the first win, I think will like set the tone. But I think they'll both have a pin or two.
Yeah, no, and I think Jesus actually has a good question. Like, what happened to Khaled? I don't actually know. I think he was doing the MMA, UFC type of thing, and then I think he
Did he get in like trouble or cheated or something something like that?
Pretty
right?
wild. Yeah, I think he ended up like head kicking somebody when they were down.
Yeah.
In the
And
middle
it was
of
like this,
fight.
like which you just don't do.
Yeah, super no. But I can't say after he went into UFC. I don't know if he felt like that was more of his calling than arm wrestling.
We can talk about gifted in terms of a hand.
Definitely a country we need to look into. Cameroon. If they're built like that, I'm curious how the rest of the country is.
Yeah, it's freaking wild. All right, next match.
Yep. So
See what I'm gonna pull up here.
Next is definitely this big one. Big is definitely understatement. With Georgi Setkov and Alex Kardeccia.
It's not big, it's big. Big.
Yeah.
Like I'm looking at did the person we think of that we think it is make these flyers?
I don't think he did. I think he's in the process of.
So whoever, like, shout out to whoever made these flyers. They look awesome. But like looking at Alex Kardeccia, I just want him to say, "Hold on." like
he can hold the door for sure.
He can hold the door. Yeah. But yeah, dude, guys, Georgi Svekov, Alex Kardeccia, Alex, just coming back to the sport off of about a couple year hiatus. Massive long lever. But the thing is here is like you've got two wicked top rollers.
Yeah, literally the battle of the Giga top rollers.
Yeah, well said.
Yeah.
Well said. Man. I mean, I really like Georgi, not just his style, because I think his style of arm wrestling is very impressive. And even though he lost his match with Devon, I think he lost it in a very professional and surprising fashion. Like Devon even says himself, he did not expect him to have the endurance that he had, and to be like Georgie's probably pushing close to 400 pounds. I'm assuming,
Has to be close.
right? Close. I don't know what he is, but he's a big guy. I think this is going to just come down to who can hit their spot first. Like they're both trying to get that top roll. I do think Georgie's hand will probably be and wrist will be dominant to Alex's, but I think Alex will have the slight leverage advantage.
Yeah. So I agree with Jesus, right? I think Alex is going to come out on top because if we are talking about battle of the top rollers, I think the higher hand is going to win.
Yeah.
You know, and I think it'll compensate for any type of hand strength difference.
Sure.
You know what I mean? So I think just structurally, he has the advantage there. And then seeing what Alex did, like not having competed for so long, and then he comes back and then he pulls with, the top left hand in the world, arguably, right? And has an awesome showing there, even though he didn't end up winning it. You know, I can't imagine what his record is. He's not taking matches that he isn't fully prepared for.
Is that Morozov he pulled or no? Who did he pull the last for us?
Yeah,
Morozov. Yeah. I remember that match. Yeah, that was impressive. Yeah, like to come back there, like it wasn't like, oh, I'm gonna come back and pull, the third or fourth guy. He went right for the throat, right for the top. So, I'm gonna say, I want Georgie to win because I feel like I could have a nice meal with him and drink some beers.
Dude, his meals he posts on Instagram
right?
look amazing.
Like super serious.
Yeah.
But I'll give it. I'll say it's going to go to the. It would be a 6th round, right? I'm going to say it's going to go to the 6th round.
Oh wait, no, it's not a title match, so it's just best of 5. Yeah.
No, so that would be. Well, so if it's
titles.
Oh no, you're right. You're right. So, but it's going to go all 5 rounds. Sorry.
Gotcha,
I think it's going to go all 5 rounds.
Yeah, and you think Georgie on yours or Alex?
No, I'm gonna unfortunately say I think Alex, because like you said of that leverage and. But here's the thing. Like I don't know what we haven't really seen Alex have to use much endurance. That's not his style, right? So if Georgie can stop, I feel like I'm talking about Devon. If Georgie can stop the match, it's like he might take the win, which I think is true.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I'm you know what? Screw it, Georgie. Take his lunch money. Let's go.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to go with Alex.
Fuck you.
Yeah, I think with someone with similar levers, like let's say Jerry Cataret, and that endurance match, it's huge, But I think having the leverage advantage, and then now they come over the top, it's too much for him. But yeah, I agree. I think it's gonna go 3-2.
Yeah, that'd be good. Guys, thanks so much for hopping in the chat. By the way, that's absolutely awesome.
Oh, Lucha, yeah, ready bang.
Ready bang. No, that's totally incredible.
Yeah. All
right, kick this one off, Chris.
All right, so we have, he thinks he's the GOAT, Mindaugas Terasitis, and
I mean,
Artem Makarov, yeah.
Within his weight class, I guess?
I mean, honestly, after what he did with Dana Prokopchik.
That was, I just rewatched hey guys, so what we do basically every day is keep working towards our events, and we have phone calls after phone calls after phone calls.
Literally.
Francis, if you're watching, sorry if you didn't notice I was falling asleep during a phone call. But as I fell asleep, I woke up, and my YouTube just literally, and I'm not kidding, happened to be playing that match.
Oh, awesome match.
And it was right at the turning point after he got the first 3 pins, and then he came back, and Mindaugas, that was impressive, man.
Yeah, no, I agree.
He, talk about endurance of your pronator,
oh yeah,
for days on end. Yeah. So yeah, it's gonna be interesting.
Yeah, and I think so.
And Makarov is no joke too.
Yeah, and this is a best of 7, so I think the endurance will play a role, like you just said. And then so with Arter, he had that. He's deadly in the hook, right? So he had the match with Adam Warzinski. And we've also saw him also pull Engen in the East versus West on 2 or whatever it was. But yeah, I think stylistically, if Mendogas and he has that speed, I
Mm.
think he's gonna get to his move first, and I don't think Artem's gonna take out a win here.
And like
Yeah.
it's his first match as the champ.
Yeah.
He's walking in swagged the hell
Oh yeah.
out.
He's like the
feeling
Conor
good.
McGregor
Yeah,
of like
like
his weight class.
yeah,
Yeah, like I can see it. It's
I
like
100%. I mean,
very
you've
entertaining.
seen him at Arm Wars. He is
Yeah, yeah.
always like just confident as could be. So I'll say this one's gonna be a clean sweep from Mendogas.
Yeah, I'd have to agree. I'd say if anything, maybe he gives him one, and it's like 4-1, just because he wants to play around and he wants to
Sure.
see what it's like in the hook
Yeah,
because
yeah,
of
yeah.
how cocky
Yeah,
he is.
yeah,
You know
yeah,
what I
yeah.
mean?
He'll be like, okay, we'll go in there. Like,
yeah,
let's do it.
exactly. All right, this beast of a match, another world title here, best of
Sasha
seven.
Andrea versus Irakli Zirakashvili.
I'm getting this
I know
accent you normally
I know I
don't
didn't fuck
have.
those names up. I did a good job on that one. I'm gonna tap myself on the back there. Yeah, dude. Okay, so total opposing styles.
Yep.
Short lever, not versus a super long, but a decently long lever. Like arguably one of the best top rollers in any weight class right now with Irakli, and probably the best hooker
Yeah.
on the face of the planet right
Yep.
now.
I agree. Pound for pound, yeah.
It's gonna be just yeah, dude. Like it's gonna be this one is gonna be an absolute battle for center table.
Yeah.
If they can, whoever dominates center table, which I think may be Irakli, but once again, like Sasha's quick, Irakli's quick. Sasha though, like he gets in his position. I'm sorry, I don't think Irakli's got anything for him. Anything in the comments? Anybody say anything?
Yeah, so Andreas thinks that Irakli's going to take it, but Sasha does have a winning record against Irakli.
Okay, here you go.
Yeah, and I will admit, I think Irakli's pancakes have, from, in the past, he's on a different mix. So, yeah.
Wait, in a good way or a bad way?
In a good way, because he was way skinnier before. If you look at pictures of Irakli,
yeah. Even
before and to now.
remember his match, even from his match with Marcio at King of the Table not that long ago to now, he's a different human being.
Yeah, yeah. And I think he's just getting so strong statically with his strength and his you see his bicep curls are insane. So
And he's got the perfect training partner.
Yeah, yeah, literally like the best. Yeah, I'm gonna have to go with Irakli just because we saw what Irakli did to Paul Lynn, and the fact that Paul Lynn looked like he was a really good matchup against Sasha. That was like very close. You know what I mean? Again, for Paul Lynn to be able to pull off like any pins on Sasha was like a huge, huge accomplishment. So seeing like, all right.
Yeah, but so I'm gonna pause you there. But Paul is real good in the hook. Right? And he has a long lever in that hook. So it was two different leverages, but in the same strength. Right? So I'm gonna be maybe a little controversial to our guys here in the chat. I'm gonna say Sasha is gonna take this one.
So you agree with Lucha? Yeah.
Okay, Lucha, my man. I think Sasha is gonna take this one. I think so. It's best of 7.
Yep.
Right, so it's first person to 4. I think Sasha is gonna take the first 2. I think Irakli's going to make the right adjustments or tire him out enough to where he gets another 1 or 2. And then, but at the end of the day, I think Sasha's going to take it. You think Irakli?
Yeah, I think Irakli. And I think if it goes the way I'm thinking, it won't go the full, maybe 4-1. I don't think it's going to go more than that. I think.
Yeah, okay, I'll agree with that, though. Yeah.
Because, again, if he can't get into a spot, Sasha, I mean, there's no coming back from that. So Deep has a question here. Does Devon have side effects on his footsteps based on his Insta story? Oh, did you see that? Where Devon posted him on the scale, I think? and it was like his feet were all jacked up.
Well, guys, don't forget, if you don't know, you should probably know, Devon was like a special forces dude for years.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
wouldn't be surprised if his feet are like gnarly. He
Yeah.
also walks barefoot.
I was just about to say, I don't think it has anything to do with his military service.
Yeah, he also walks barefoot
He
everywhere.
walks literally, which is cool. He's like wants to ground himself to the earth or whatever. But
I don't think it's that, Chris. I think the guy's just a little weird. Like,
I mean,
love you, Devon.
He's very eccentric. Yes.
Yes.
But the fact that you walk everywhere barefoot will probably do that to you.
Yeah.
But yeah, what do you call it? So next match we have here. Oh, it's so funny. Devon uses ballet slippers. That's so funny. But yeah, pound for pound, I'd have to say Sasha is definitely the favorite there, but stylistically, I think.
Yeah.
But yeah, so the next match we have best of 5 here, just a regular super match. Michael Todd versus Frank Lamparelli. Who do you got for that one?
I got best smile goes to Frank Lamparelli, that's for sure.
Yeah.
I mean, what a set of teeth there, man. Absolutely incredible. Just take the match, man. No, all right.
Seems super nice too.
No, yeah, he does. They were even talking about like one of them, like they were like, I think he was talking with Michael maybe somewhere or something. But anyway, yeah, he seems like a super, super nice dude. So, we only got 2 more matches to go after this, and I'm trying to save the excitement, but I am so fucking pumped that Michael Todd, whether you love him or hate him, he is, along with Devon, 2 people that have grown this sport immensely over the past 5 years.
Yeah. With his social
media presence and letting people really like become a part of his daily life, see what he struggled with. Michael, if you're listening, so sorry to hear about your loss of your mother. Yeah, right. I think his mom passed away recently. Yeah. And I'm so happy to see that you're getting back, not just physically, but he just did ketamine, a few ketamine trips.
Oh, he did too.
Yeah, he did, gotcha. And he said it helped him a lot. So we're so pumped to see you back. It's absolutely incredible. But Monster Michael Todd. You love him or hate him, he's back on the table. The godfather of the frickin' Kings move. I want to see him. It's like I want him to win. I don't care who it is. I just want this man to be back in the sport, not get injured, and just have an awesome match. I want it to be brutal. I don't want it to be easy. I want him just to have a killer match. And just, hey, I'm back. And I'm ready to rock and roll. And after what we saw he did with Pablo...
I was just about to say that, yeah. That is what really convinced me this guy's back.
Yeah.
Because Pablo is no joke.
No.
Yeah, like, he's a tank in himself. So, personally, I think also, too, it's interesting stylistically because you have Michael Todd's King's move that, honestly, he isn't even under the table anymore. You saw when he was playing Pablo, his humerus was like, completely in line. But then you have Frank and that press, right? And like his ability to go into there, and he also has like a strong top roll too. Like you saw what he was doing to Matt Mask.
But don't forget, Michael also has a press, and now after he got all that crap removed out of his elbow, he can get closer to his arm. I mean, it's not close, but it's much closer. So he feels as though that is even stronger than it ever was before. So I'm just gonna come out and say it, Monster Michael fucking Todd, you better win this match. Not just for yourself, but the good old US of A. And just come back, man. We're so pumped. I just want to see like that freaking huge beard and just like I am crazy. So I'm gonna say with confidence, clean sweep, Michael Todd.
Interesting. I'm gonna give Frank a little bit more credit just because of
Michael's the smile. I know.
Yeah, and the ring rust. I think.
The fact that he has good point.
The fact that Frank had just come off a big win, you have Michael Todd just coming back in. I'm gonna go with Frank probably 3-2. I think it's gonna be a really close match, and I think this is.
You think Frank's gonna win?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
And I think again, not that I want Michael to be in the sport, and I want him to obviously he's contributed so much, and he can still contribute more. Not to discourage him. You know what I mean? I hope he realizes, like, hey, I had this great battle. There's still a lot left in the tank.
Yeah. Well, and like the level of arm wrestlers getting better and better. Sorry, event to event on all events across the globe, right? People are getting more into the sport. People are taking their training more seriously. So we'll see.
Yeah. And Roy Baker has a good question. Good point, right? interesting to see what Michael can do now he has the mobility.
Yes.
You know what I mean? So that's where I think that's actually the reason why I think it's going to go 3-2. Because if he was very one-dimensional, then Frank could kind of adjust and go from there.
Sure.
But you never know where Mike's going to go now.
Yeah, now he's got a much bigger bag of tricks. So we'll see.
Yep.
Go for it.
So we have Hermes Gasparini against the Lightning of Alazan Moratov, right? That left-handed match that completely destroyed Prudnik, which no one saw coming.
Side note.
Yeah.
Pause. Did you just see Prudnik and Kalynechenko do a little side pull at some event recently?
No, I did not. Oh wait, the most recent one, Kalina Cup.
What?
Kalina Cup. It
Was
happened
that
in Luxembourg? Yeah.
Right, dude. He just like out-strengthed him in every direction.
Who?
Kalynechenko.
Oh, well, he's also a freaking
Well,
beast
he's
too.
pancaked out the ass. He's putting all kinds of syrup on those pancakes. But no, it's incredible. I mean, it was because dude, Prudnik is Prudnik, but I also think Prudnik he didn't go to the pancake buffet.
Yeah.
So
yeah, that's true.
Because
it's not that time of the season.
Sorry, I sidestepped. Hermes, Alazan. Yeah, dude, Alazan super impressive against Prudnik. Hermes not really known for his left, right? Remember when he did a back-to-back and he ended up pulling Morozov left hand at the East vs. West?
Yeah. But
And
he
had also had a battle.
Yeah, that match was brutal beforehand. Yeah.
So yeah, I don't know, man. That's a tough one.
So real quick, Deep actually has a question here. Are we going to Istanbul? I wish. Are
we going to Istanbul? Dude,
I wish we could take a trip.
Do you have? Where am I? I'm looking at the wrong. Hey man, I mean, you want to buy me a ticket? We'll sit next to each other. We'll have a great time. I'm Greek, so I have some relatives. They'll come over. We'll have a blast. We'll eat some baklava. It'll be a good time.
The food looks great. Yeah.
No, I wish. I think we would love to come over to Istanbul one day for an East vs. West to watch it live. It's an awesome event. Yeah.
But in terms of predictions, I agree with the chat. I mean, more than one person saying it. Yeah, I think Alazan, in terms of just speed and horsepower, has proven to us that he needs like a title shot. And I think he's going to prove it in this match too.
I mean, he's from Kazakhstan, right?
Yeah,
you
just
all those dudes
bet against them. I mean, again, obviously, in terms of what happened with Angerbayev against Todd Hutchins, that was like still a great match.
That was
outlier.
That was an incredible match, and like you're talking about literally the top two people in that class. Like it could go either way all the time. So
different day of the week.
Exactly. Somebody put maple syrup, one person didn't on their pancakes.
Yeah, probably. I don't know. Honestly, I mean.
Hey, look. You want to say? I know what you're about to say. I would not be surprised if these people from Kazakhstan are not eating pancakes.
Yeah, or just not as much.
Yeah, because, dude, for any of you guys who haven't seen, just go check out some of the footage that they've done at the training camp over there.
That was a great video.
What was it? Igor put together like a documentary about what they do over there. These people start yay big, and they're training, and they're literally doing pronation exercises at the age of 5.
Yeah, it's wild.
It's like, and then you wonder why they're stuck like this, and every muscle that you could ever need to be a great arm wrestler is fully developed. It's incredible. What?
In the chat big. What do you call it? So, I think in terms of not only how they approach the sport, but
hey, nothing wrong with a little bit of horse meat. Okay?
But what they do outside of it as well.
Yeah.
It's not that they just train pronation. They're going through a whole training like a boot camp before they even start training.
They're doing push-ups, sit-ups, running.
Yeah, climbing a rope outside.
They're
doing wind sprints.
Athletes.
But
arm wrestling athletes.
Yeah.
I think that's probably the number one thing that sets them aside versus every other country is they treat it as almost like an Olympic sport.
Yeah, and I think, don't get me wrong, I think the other countries, especially like Eastern Europe, they have a very strict like training regimen that they stick to, and I think in the U.S. we're slowly picking up on that as well. But I think it's just the uniformity. It's the fact that they have a school
They have
specifically.
it down to a T.
Yeah, school specifically designed for this, and like everyone knows. All right, it's not one group branches off and does that. It's like no. All 50 of us that are in this video right now are all gonna run sprints
Yeah.
because we know that's like tried and true.
It's wild. It's totally wild. So, give me your
I'll be
your
honest.
breakdown.
I think Ermi's great top roll, and if
He has no other match that night, right? This is the only match.
this is the only match, even though honestly I'm so impressed with Martov, I think he's gonna go 3-0.
All right,
I
I'll
think so,
stick
yeah.
with you on that one.
Yeah, it's just too much speed, too much power.
Oh, okay, ladies and gentlemen. I think I need to like stretch before we get into this one, because this is You know what, Chris? Why don't you know? All right, listen, motherfuckers. Devon versus Levan, number 2. We're running it back.
Yep.
And I'm gonna save my opinions for the end because people might love me, they might hate me, but I'm gonna tell you what I think. What do you think is gonna happen?
I'll just cut to the chase. I think Levan's gonna destroy him, and I love Devon. Like I think he's great for the sport. We've met him before. Awesome guy.
I'm
right?
staring at our hat with his signature on
Yeah.
your coffee table right there.
Exactly right. So we're definitely fans, but man, it's like even in the picture, he looks like literally like a gorilla.
It looks like an ogre versus an angry guy.
Yeah, like and I think Devon is at the peak of what a human can do, but I think Levan is he's no longer human. You know what I mean? He's a specimen, right?
So, well, that's really interesting the way you said that. I think it's more of Devon has immensely grown
yes.
and healed in all types of ways, mentally, emotionally, physically. I think Devon is close to his peak that he can ever reach. I just think that genetically, Levan's peak is just higher. So I think that's what it comes down to.
That's a good way to look at it, right? Because I think also think about like age, think about like
Yeah,
what
a
they
mileage.
started- Yeah.
You know, like the truth of the matter is like how many pancakes one person eats versus the other.
Yeah. And longevity.
Longevity, like what Devon has accomplished in the sport. Like people like to say, like I know Engen was just saying, Engen, if you're listening, what's up, dude? Give us a call. Hey. Engen had just said that people are saying that if Devon wins this match, he will now be the GOAT. Right?
I see.
And personally, like, and I love Devon to death. No, like, John's the GOAT. Just stop. Like, that will never happen. You could be the GOAT 2.0, but the GOAT is with John.
Yeah.
But I think what he has done, like we talked about mileage, I think he already is the second GOAT. He's 48, 49. He's been doing this for decades. He's had world titles after world titles. He's had battles. He's had wins. He's had losses. He's had comebacks. He's had injuries. He's faced the best. He's lost to them. He's beat them. He's come back. All this type of stuff. I think Devon already is like the GOAT 2.0. And like, once again, like I said about Michael Todd, what he has done for the sport of arm wrestling can't be done like ever. Like he's brought it so far. So it's absolutely incredible what he has done for the sport. But the truth of the matter is, it's gonna be a 1, 2, 3, a bang bang bang. I'm sorry, it's a best of 7, a bang 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 bang. I'm sorry, Devon. Get ready for a bang 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 bang.
Yeah. And
dude, like, look, prove me wrong, Devon.
Yeah.
Prove us wrong.
So that's actually
like
a great point.
We want you to win.
Yeah, I was gonna say I want Devon to win.
I want to see. I want to see round 1. I want to see Devon slip not here. I want to
Yeah.
see Devon slip right here.
Yeah.
And just be like, oh, where did that side pressure come from?
Yeah.
And then round 2, I want to see, Devon, I want you to win. Prove me wrong. Like,
And I think, right, the biggest thing is in the setup.
yes.
Because we're in East versus West, and we've seen how in terms of like Devon being able to manipulate like certain refs and how, not that he's manipulating the refs, but like manipulating the setup with
He's
refs.
playing the
Yeah.
game.
Yeah.
And
literally.
he's allowed to play the game of arm wrestling
Yeah.
there more than he is at King of the Table.
Exactly. Yeah.
So, yeah, we'll see. I mean, look, this is his, he said it, this is his Everest, this is his Mona Lisa, this is his, like, crowning achievement. And I think, truly, whether he wins or loses, this is the biggest thing of his career. And, like, he'll just prove that he was able to come back from his bicep being torn.
Yeah.
And to step back on the table takes freaking balls.
Yeah.
But I think, one, I'll say it again, a bang, 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 bang. But Devon, Will, Chris, the high five. I don't even know if you're going to be watching this, but if you went through all of this and got to here, take this one back for North America. We know you got this. But I think an important thing to say is there's more than one way for Devon to win this match. If Devon does get the stop, right, even if it's in the last round, and gets one pin.
Oh, I think even that would be crazy impressive.
It's like,
huge accomplishment.
dude, you just won. Like, you just, thank you so much. You just pinned the Titan amongst men, right? So, obviously, Devon, totally crush it. Eat the pancakes. Sleep. Do whatever you got to do. Take it home. But if I have to put my money on it, it's going to be Levan, and I think he's going to take it 4-0.
Yeah, and I think, I agree also 4-0 Levan, but if he is able to stop him like Hermes does, I think that will completely change the tide.
Yeah.
I think, and obviously they pull the full 7, that is where I think he could actually win it.
Now let me ask you this. Do you think, we know Levan had a little bit of a wrist injury, but correct me if I'm wrong, anybody in the chat too, I believe they said Levan said he's going to be lighter in this match than he was for Hermes. Because he said he was too heavy for Hermes.
Interesting.
And I think it was just more like he was holding on to some excess weight. So if anybody knows, please let us know. But I think that's what's happening. And, what is it?
No, go ahead.
And Devon, if you guys don't know, Devon, I think this morning said he was 268 or something like that. He's going to be much lighter.
He said, so Andreas clarified he is 175 kg.
Who is?
I think he's talking about Levan.
Oh, that has to be long. Wait, what's that? What does that come out to in pounds?
That's a good question. Let's do
Sorry, we use America units.
Yeah, we're just slow compared to the
We're
rest
just
of the
slow,
world.
and I don't know how to do those conversions in my head. So 175 times 2.2 is 385. So yeah, he definitely will be lighter than.
Oh, thank you. I appreciate you guys helping us with the conversion here. That is awesome.
Yeah,
Okay,
385 pounds, 175 kilos. Yeah. So, but just think about that. He will still have about 120-ish pounds heavier than his opponent. But yeah, we'll see. I'm sure Levan is playing the same game of I'm just going to out-strengthen.
Yeah.
But we'll see.
Yeah. And I think it's also smart of Devon to not get too big. Because I think we've seen in the past when he gets like crazy big, I think he was pulling, I think it was either Michael Todd or Dave Chafee. And I don't think the size actually helped him. You know what I mean?
A big part of it too, and we've been with Devon, is that last week, he's not putting on size, he's just putting on weight. Like he's just
exactly.
holding on to water. And like when he pulled against Levan the last time, dude, he had a gut.
Yeah.
It was a 6-pack gut, but it was just he's full of food.
Yeah.
And like I don't know about you, but like I can't compete when I'm stuffed.
Yeah.
Now, like he has even said, he goes, my body can't eat like I used to.
Yeah.
So he's been eating more like athletic, athlete type meals, meaning like just simple proteins and carbs and like just giving his body what he needs rather than trying to force feed it. So I think this is like the best thing for Devon. Like, I think what's going to happen is this match is going to happen. He's going to come down to like the 240-ish, 250 pounds, and just dominate for the next like 5 to 10 years. Because he loves arm wrestling, right?
That would be insane, yeah.
Like even getting down, like staying under
he jokes
the
he's going to
240s.
pull like Paul Lynn and them.
Yeah, right?
Hilarious.
But that's a 220 pound rest, right?
I know, that's what makes it hilarious.
He could do it though.
I don't know, man.
I mean, I
wild.
don't know if he's got much weight to lose in his legs, but hey, if he can get down there, why not, right?
I guess, yeah, you also don't want to doubt Devon too much.
No, so
No, I was laughing earlier because Lucha was saying if aliens thought about attacking Earth and saw Will's forearms, they'd turn around.
my dude.
Oh, God, that just went
My
straight to his
dude,
head.
that
You
would-
have no idea what you
like-
just did.
Yes, must become bigger.
Too funny.
Thank you very much. But guys, yeah, man, that's it. East versus West 12. Look, it doesn't matter who you guys like more, this, that, whatever. Support the arm wrestling community. Go out, buy their pay-per-view. It's going to be awesome. It's going to be an incredible event, and it's the pinnacle of it is going to be a match that everyone wants to see.
Agreed.
But we will leave you with thank you, obviously, for all the support.
Yes, thank you.
Like,
Thank you very much.
comment, subscribe. We're going to try to put as much content as we can out like this. If you enjoyed this, let us know in the comments below. And, of course, Knuckles Up 3 May 11th. Barrymore Film Center, Fort Lee, New Jersey. If you are in the tri-state area, definitely get your ass in those seats. It's going to be a night to remember. We have a ton of celebs coming and some special guests as well.
Yes.
And if you can't, click the link in our Instagram bio or go to thehigh5aw.com. Get that pay-per-view. It's going to be a night to remember. Guys, stay massive.
Yes.
Eat pancakes. Don't eat pancakes. Arm wrestle.
Yeah, I was going to say, I don't know if we should give them advice like that.
Guys, we're done. I'm getting off this couch. I'm stopping this live. Peace.
See you guys.